Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Real South Africa. We are so excited because we have our second interview with the Harts. They are obviously from California, but they were in South Africa for 30 days and they had a very serious story to tell. So we actually captured that on film. So we said, let's bring it to our audience. But again, for those who are first time here, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. There's so much content. There's so much to do. Go back and look at the old videos. There's stuff there as well that you can take away. And of course, we feel that most people, especially those in the diaspora, should come to Africa, especially South Africa, because hey, this is South Africa. Come get some. Chat with you later. All right, everyone, this is Mark Blanton, as you guys know from the Real South Africa, and you probably recognize these guys. These are the Harts. Y'all can go ahead and say hello if y'all want to.
Hello, how you guys doing?
Good afternoon. Yeah.
And they did see from the first video all you guys' comments, and
Yes.
obviously you got opportunity to comment back on the video in
Yes.
reference to those comments they sent you guys. Were they favorable?
They were very favorable.
Okay.
They were awesome. I liked all of them.
Appreciated all the warm welcomes.
Okay. The only reason I brought that up because I saw some of your replies
Yes.
as well and whatnot. I think people realize that you were in ministry and all of that.
Yes. We're all in ministry, but yes.
Okay, that's true. I didn't think about it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Well, you guys, they're obviously you saw the first video. This is the second video, and we promised that we would do a video on the way out. So they're leaving. They're woefully leaving tomorrow, going back to the United States. But hopefully, this won't be the last time that we will see them over here in South Africa and whatnot. So we're going to get their overall view. We're going to have a little short conversation about their time here. So, Arthur, I will go ahead and put it on you first.
Well, our time here, and Mark had said that, he has couples that come for 10 days. I don't see how they do it. 10 days is not enough time to, really get the feel of the place. It's enough time to make you sad when you leave. And I'm not saying that I'm not sad because we're leaving. My wife wants to stay. But, there's other things that we have to do, but we will be back. We're in transition. And the time here has been phenomenal. I mean, the people have been just welcoming, warm, and, matter of fact, we have a new daughter that has adopted herself into the family. She's, quite incredible. And, everybody's just been so loving. There's nothing that we asked for that we didn't receive. Even when we weren't looking for stuff, people would ask, can I help you? And so it's been an experience that you really don't want to go, but you gotta go.
Yeah.
But we know we're coming back, and so we have other obligations in the U.S. that we need to take care of. But we're on a mission. We know where we've been called to. We've been called to come home, and we've been welcomed home. And I'm excited about that.
Okay, good. And of course, we're glad you had that experience and whatnot. We was fortunate enough, that you can come for as long as you did and get a little bit more. As you spend more time here, obviously you want to get even more of the experience, and eventually you'll be where I'm at. Like, wow, I've been here 3+ years, and it has been amazing, and I'm still learning more stuff about South Africa, like all the time and whatnot. But what I've been exposed to is something that I wouldn't trade in for for anything and whatnot. So now, as a woman, being here, an African American woman, who's probably more African now than American, I'm not really sure. What is your take?
My take is, for one, like I said, I don't want to leave, but I just have really appreciated being here, experiencing the people, the culture, the food, and it's just a nice place to be.
Okay.
Like I was telling Natasha, it feels right. Like she said, you just feel right. Like this is where you need to be. I can't hard to say the words, but it's a feeling. It's more of a feeling, more of an experience that you just have to come and experience.
Okay.
Especially the food.
This dude.
Especially the food. I mean, they got food over here that just, oh my goodness. I don't know if they have them back in the States. Chicken licking?
No, they don't have chicken licking. Tell them about chicken
KFC
licking.
and Popeyes? Nothing.
Does not compare.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not even close. And then, it's like, I tried the lamb chops. Love lamb chops. They were awesome. The steak. I mean, everything was just. And the one place you took us,
The meat.
You guys, I took them to the Centurion Shenyama.
Yeah.
Nice little experience. Us that are in South Africa understand what the Shenyama experience is, so we wanted for them to experience it. And he asked me, one of the things I got to bring this part up. He asked me, we're picking out our meats and whatnot, and he's looking at the meat, not saying anything. There is no USDA stamp on anything. He's just looking. So I'm like, okay, we need this, because I know what I'm doing, obviously. And then he was like, so we handed the food off. So I took him outside to show them, where they make the food, where they cook it, and on proper scenario. And he asked me, he says, well, Mark, are they going to season the food? And I just started laughing. And of course, those that have been to a Shenyama, we know. So tell me about this Shenyama that you went to here in South Africa.
They season the food. Trust me, they season the food. You don't need anything.
Sauce.
I mean, just a fork and a nut. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
You don't need any sauce. You don't ask for nothing. It's just phenomenal. I was like, oh my goodness, I've never experienced anything like that. And it was like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the taste of the food was fresh, and it's undescribable. You just need to get on a plane, call Mark, get on a plane, come try it out for yourself. Now, if I came for 10 days, that's all I would do is eat. But, there's a lot more to it. We saw a lot of things. Mark and them made sure we were taken care of. We had incredible drivers that, very knowledgeable. We had tour guides. I mean, everything was all done. It was just first class all the way. And, I can't thank them enough. They did an incredible job. And so if you're looking to travel, especially to South Africa, the Blantons they're your package, because, you just set it and forget it. And then they take care of the rest.
And even if you're not looking, you just need to start looking. You don't want to miss out what's going on here in South Africa.
Okay, so let's go back to this Shenyama. I'm imagining you guys, we're back at the Shenyama. what was your overall experience? Because I think that you had a pretty good experience.
I did have a good experience. Like I said, the meat, it was the flavor just went through the meat, and just the lounge experience, just sitting back, relaxing, enjoying time with friends, and it was good. It was all around good atmosphere.
Okay, because
Good food.
now obviously for those that we had pork bellies, we had chicken, steak, different steaks. We had two different steaks, sirloin and I can't remember the other one. I think it was rump. And then we had lamb. So all that was just on that plate that day when we was eating food. And for those that are watching, I put the picture up because I do have a few pictures of the food and whatnot. Okay, okay. So we're happy you guys had a good time. So again, I've asked this question a lot. I mean, do you think African Americans should be lining themselves up to come to South Africa?
Most definitely. I mean, why not? You
Yeah.
know, you don't have anything to lose.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you'll come, if nothing else, you'll get a cultural experience and you'll feel something deep within you that says, why aren't you here? And there's nothing wrong with America,
Yes.
but come home and try it.
Yeah.
Because if you've never been home, how do you know? You won't know until you come.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, at the same time, you guys had an agenda. You guys had the opportunity to look at some homes, do some home searches and things like that. You found some things that looked halfway where you wanted to be. Tell me about your experience, and then did you find anything that you liked?
Well, we found a lot that we like. I mean, trust me, there's more than enough. And Mark had told us that we would find something that we liked when we first came. Even before we came, I have some plans in my head that I want to build, and so we found the land. We've got several choices of land, and and then the houses that we've seen that we have several houses to choose from that are phenomenal. That if we bought those houses in America, it would probably be 4 or 5 million. Here, not even close. But so I mean, the housing experience is just totally phenomenal. I can't say anything else for it. I mean, my wife fell in love with this one house that it was like a bird sanctuary and paradise. It was just
It's already
awesome.
done up.
It was already done up. Everything was already there. I mean, it was way bigger than what we needed, but the price is right.
Okay.
And the two-story house with the basement. Of course, we're looking for single level, but that is a definite what house to have for people looking for two-story. But yes,
Okay.
we've seen lots of good stuff. Price is right.
Okay. Now, we you guys, we were at a store called Clicks. It's kind of like a CVS or
Yes.
like in the States or Walgreens. And I was laughing because we were in the checkout line, and then the batteries were out, and all the black hair care products were out. Everything was out. And you guys mentioned that most of the stuff will be locked up in the U.S.
Yes.
You have to ask someone to see those products. Can you explain it? Because it just came out, and I've been here for a while, so I kind of forgot. But yeah.
Well, one of the things is, like Mike said, in the Walmart in our area, I'm just going to put it like that. I'm not going to say in every area, but the hair care products for people of color are locked up, and that's really strange. I mean, they lock up everything.
A lot of stuff, the razor blades, just random stuff.
Yeah,
is
everything
locked
is
up.
just locked up. Here, not only is stuff not locked up, but you can take your shopping cart into every different store, and nobody's checking to see if you're stealing anything. Matter of fact, everything's on the honor system. They just trust you that you didn't buy something in another store, come in another store, and just put stuff in your bag. It's like people just trust you, and that's not something that you see in America every day. And it's like, wow, it's like if you were keeping score, it would be South Africa 100, America 25. You know, it's like, come on. You know, I love America, but I'm coming home.
Okay, okay. Y'all heard it here. He said he's coming home, and of course we will assist you. I think we already talking about your visa scenarios. We're working with you on that, which would get into. But so it sounds like, if correct me if I'm wrong, you guys feel a little bit more free. Or I mean, I know America is a home of the free and all the good stuff. But do you feel as African Americans or Africans, you feel freer here in South Africa?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
most definitely. Um, I've never had too many problems. Well, as I got older, I didn't have too many. As a young person, I used to get stopped by the police like a broke clock.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but economically, we've moved up. And so our challenges are a little bit smaller, but we still we don't hear the police sirens. We don't see the police at all. I'm like,
Yeah.
Right.
where are they? I've seen two. Uh, but, the crime that they're saying is happening, if it's happening, I don't see it. And so I know there is some here,
Yeah.
but I haven't seen it. And, it's like I don't see people, with the drama going on. All I see is people that are having a good time, enjoying each other,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
and just loving on each other. And that's what life is all about. It should be that way everywhere, not just here. It should be that way in America. We should all be loving on each other.
Hmm. You got something to add to that?
Um, yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Give some thoughts to yourself. I think it's a good idea. So let me ask you this. Obviously you guys come from the U.S. When COVID hit, I was here. We went in lockdown, and right now we're on some levels of a lockdown, which is curfews and things like that to keep everybody safe. We wear our masks. We do all the stuff that we need to do. Do you think South Africa is handling it right now, the COVID issue, or would you feel safe coming here, knowing that COVID still exists in the world?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it's like even though they said that COVID is increasing in the Gauteng
Yeah,
province,
I'll take.
that's where we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, sorry, we're not feeling the effects of it. And the lockdown is no big deal because usually the time that the lockdown happens, we're already in anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. It's like, oh, well, they're doing lockdown, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to be in the house anyway.
Yeah.
So, but no, the way they sanitize here, please, everybody's always cleaning.
Every store.
Yeah.
Every store is cleaning. I mean, everywhere you go, people are cleaning. Everywhere you go, my hands are chapped because it's like you got to sanitize everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Which is no big deal. That's you should be clean like that anyway. And the mask is no problem.
In the temperature.
In the
Take your
temperature. It's like at least I know what my temperature is all the time, so
Yeah.
I'm good.
So I think they handle it very well. I was
Okay.
kind of surprised when they went back up on the level. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they see a little move,
Yeah.
a little undulation. They say, okay, fine, let's just, and I like it because the president gets on TV and he
Yes.
talks about it.
Yes.
And I don't know if you guys see
We
it.
did see
Right.
that,
Yeah.
yes.
And they're not talking double talk. They're like, hey,
But he's telling it like it is.
this is what it is, and we need to do these things. And most people take the measures. Believe it or not, I know we're sitting in this spot right now, but obviously we wasn't. We were sitting over there, and you guys didn't notice. But when I closed the door, came to sit with you guys, they were actually cleaning that area.
Yeah.
Where we just were.
Right.
So they take it very seriously over here. The protocols are being followed. So I would say, and maybe you guys would say the same, that people shouldn't be saying, well, I don't want to come to South Africa because I heard the CDC says this. Unfortunately, the CDC is not here
Right.
in South Africa. They got their own South African services, and they monitor where it should be to keep all of us safe. So you shouldn't be saying to yourself, "Oh, I don't want to come to South Africa."
Right.
I think in the U.S., I think there's more of an issue there. And so if you could bear being in the U.S., you would definitely bear being here in South Africa, because I don't know how many temperature checks are being done in America. So, yeah.
Do we have our temperature checked in America? I don't think so.
I don't remember. another restaurants also. They obviously clean the table when you leave, but before
They
you
clean
even
the table,
sit down, they spray it again and sanitize it again.
Yeah.
right? And they sanitize before and they sanitize after. And there's nothing wrong with caution.
Sure.
You take precautions because I think because of the way the president comes on and he talks to the people, and he doesn't give them double talk, and he doesn't run from questions, and he tells it like it is. And it's a whole lot easier to deal with people when they're up front and talk to you
Yeah.
and let you know this is what we're going through, but this is how we're going to handle it, and then we do it. One of the things that we learned about was the president here. He doesn't live in government quarters. He doesn't live in the government mansion. We went by his house.
Mm-hmm.
I see why he lives in his house. His house is way nicer than the governmental house, but
Yeah.
he lives right among the people. And that's what's so incredible about that. When you live within the people that you have the jurisdiction over. So it's just been an incredible experience.
Okay. So obviously you got a chance to just view the city a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
just riding around. Even right now, we get an opportunity to view the city. I mean, just in South Africa, what is your impressions? I mean, do you have any impressions of what you've seen since you've been matriculating around the city?
Well, we mentioned our first video, just the happiness and like you said, the freedom of the people, and just how industrious, hardworking, they utilize their skills. Everybody is doing what they can to live and enjoy life, and they enjoy each other. We hear them, going to work in the morning. They're just
Singing.
happy, joyful people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I really liked was when people create jobs. Nobody's paying them, and they create jobs. They're not looking for a handout. They're looking for an opportunity, and so they will create jobs for themselves to make ends meet. And I think that's pretty good. And one of the guys, I was like, we were talking to one of our drivers, and I said, man, I would hire those guys. And he said, those guys are, drug addicts.
Mm-hmm.
But they were out there hustling and working to make whatever money to get their drugs. They wasn't waiting on somebody to hand them out. They wasn't holding a sign saying, we'll work for food, but going to get drugs. They were, working. They were, pulling the trash. They do a needed job here for society. And I'm like, wow. And he says, but somebody will pay them.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's incredible. Because in America, lazy people are just lazy people.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're on drugs or alcohol or whatever. And that's sad, but when you got people that are industrious enough to go out and work without being paid and without being asked.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. There's a lot of good examples of how we should be in the U.S. here in South Africa. I think most South Africans don't realize it because they're here all the time and they just see things happening and just figure, hey, that's just the way everywhere. So when you guys come here from America, allegedly supposed to be from a superior position, so to speak, and you come here and you see what you see, and we as African Americans are amazed. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I moved here, because of what I've seen, and then the people themselves. I'm like, this is a win-win scenario. I'm already the right color. I match all the crayons in the tube in the box. I'm ready, and so that's why we do what we do. We want people such as yourself, those out there that are watching, to say, you know what, come here on a tour. I mean, yeah, 30 days is pretty significant to come on vacation, but we've had people come. We've had people coming for 3 days.
Wow.
And we've had people coming because they're like, I've been watching. I don't have a lot of time. My job don't let me off, but I can get a flight. I'm coming for 3 days. What can I do in 3 days? And they didn't sleep much, but we sorted them out. There's a gentleman here right now, believe it or not. He's here. He's here for a few days, and we set him up with a 2-day situation to where he's out right now with one of our best drivers and guides, and I'm sure he's going to have a good time. He's going to go to signatures tonight. He has no idea what he's running into, but he's smiling.
Yes, he's going to have an experience.
Yeah, and he is, and he's going to, he's never been here. He came here for whatever reason. He literally just sent me a message to say, "Hey, is there any way?" I said, "Okay, I'll tell you what. This is what we can do," and we sorted him out. I haven't even met him yet, but hopefully I get a chance to meet him before he leaves. But like I said, we at the Real South Africa feel that everyone should have the opportunity, and that's why we do what we do. And somebody's going to hear you guys' testimony and say, "You know what? Maybe I need to go visit and see it for myself," because I would say, and I'm sure you may say, that are you actually missing anything from the U.S. since you've been here? Because pretty much everything you need is right here in South Africa.
Yeah.
Everything's
like I said, she wants to stay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, she could call back to our friends at home and just tell them to sell everything right now. Trust me. You know, it's like, but you know, you're not going to miss anything. You know, and being here will be even if it's just for a visit, it will be an experience that you would never forget.
Yeah.
And so I would say, you know, you don't have to, you know, be called to come here, but come. Just try it out.
Yes.
You know, my mom always said, before you deny something, try it. If you don't like it, fine, don't do it again.
Exactly.
But at least try it.
Okay. So again, everybody who's watching, like I said, share this, information. This is I'm gonna call this a movement. It's a grassroots movement to let everybody know that you do have other options. There are other things you can do. It's not just the options that they serve up to you through normal channels that we know about, and especially those in the U.S. and obviously those that are Afro-Caribbean, those in Brazil, everywhere you find us, those that are European descent, that are obviously melanated. I think you will find Africa, especially South Africa, home. You would feel that.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to do anything special. Just get off the plane, and then of course, we'll take it from there. And then ultimately, you would just feel like you're at home.
Yes.
And with that,
We are.
I like that.
We are.
I like that.
We're home. I mean, we have two homes. We have one in America, but we have our home that we're settling in here.
Yeah.
And it's like I just can't wait for them to break ground and start building. And we'll be back for that too.
Absolutely. Is there anything else you want to say, Jacqueline?
Just with the COVID thing, that was the one thing that I was thinking to myself that I kind of regret that we didn't see it pre-COVID, because there were things that were not open because of COVID, and things that are not happening, like you said, at the mall where they would usually gather and have the dances and stuff. So that was my only regret, but COVID will go away one day.
Oh yeah, it will. It will. We're gonna have to be safe on this.
Yeah.
I think on this side we'll be very, very safe.
Yes.
When I watch the TV and I'm looking at CNN and MSNBC and all the channels, it to me it just doesn't look safe in the U.S. It just, to me, somebody might not like that I said that, but that's fine. Here I feel safe. And so forth. Most people that I know feel safe here. All the travelers that come here, they're side asking me, "Wow, did they do this everywhere in South Africa? Did they sanitize everywhere? Did they check their temperature everywhere? Did they do this everywhere?" Yes. And one thing that if you here in South Africa, you have COVID, people they actually go home and recover. Before they come back, out here, because everybody's kind of, taking care of everyone and so forth. But I will tell you that there is a lot more to Johannesburg that you need to see.
Yes.
Obviously, there's the other cities,
Mm-hmm.
so you will have a myriad of experiences, and they will be completely different everywhere. I mean, all these South Africans that are watching right now will tell you every little village, every province, every major city, and they have more than the three that we talk about or that's been talked about. They have a lot,
yes.
and they're just different. Even the Shazayamas are different everywhere you go.
Oh, we have to try those.
Exactly. they're just different.
Okay.
So, but we do appreciate the Harts giving us their truth, their story and whatnot. It's not an easy thing to sit back and try to recount and the cameras rolling and saying, hey, this is what's going on, this is what's going on. But like I said, we do appreciate it, and those that are watching it, I'm sure they appreciate it. So you can leave your comments in the bottom. We will appreciate that as well. And then, like I said, let's start this movement and let's start coming back to Africa. And if you want to come to South Africa, the Real South Africa has you covered. Thank you.
Well, one last word from me.
Oh, one more last word. Bring it back. Bring it back.
To all of those that are watching this that made comments, I really appreciate the comments, and I really appreciate you guys being welcoming and open. And I really thank you, and I really do hope to get a chance to meet you, and sit down and break bread. That's it for me.
And I just look forward to coming back as soon as we can.
See you later. Hello, everyone. This is Mark Blanton from the Real South Africa, and I just want you guys to know that we have wonderful trips specifically designed for us to come to South Africa and enjoy all of this. We're the only company in South Africa and probably in the world that's marketing directly to the African American community and the diaspora. So we would love for you guys to go to our website, The Real South Africa. We would love for you to go to our YouTube channel to get more information. Just go to YouTube, put in The Real South Africa, and you will see some of our videos. But we would love to have you here, and the South Africans would love to have you here as well. So go ahead and book your trips today and visit The Real South Africa. Hello again. This is Mark Edward Blanton from the Real South Africa, and I'm so glad that you're still with us and you've had the opportunity to listen to the Harts and their story. We really appreciate what they shared with us. Obviously, there's a lot more that they had to say, but we couldn't, turn this into a 6 hour video. However, I think you got the gist of what they were saying. And basically, what they're saying is go ahead and contact us and get on over here to South Africa so you can enjoy a little bit of life, be able to enjoy some good food, meet some good people, and of course, the culture is always something to look forward to once you are here in South Africa. So, the process obviously is very simple. Just reach out to us on one of our platforms. We will definitely reach back to you, and then let's set up a call and let's get you booked and ready to come to South Africa. Things are really lovely here, and most people that come here are absolutely enjoying it. They do enjoy it, and they always plan on coming back. So you'll obviously see more people that have came once, came twice, and they might just want to do another video. So we could do that, but you are more than welcome to come to South Africa. No reason to hold you back at this point. So let's do it. Contact us today.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on all things The Real South Africa. Thanks again.